This is just really a follow-up to a previous video and a topic that we've discussed on a little bit, and it's the Avalokiteshvara with 11 faces. Now, what we were talking about previously was we were talking about early paintings and the importance of studying them for art style, iconographic programs, and different regions, geographic locations. So it's really quite fascinating using a nice set of collected works on this one specific subject. But a question came up about various Nyingma forms, because the forms we've discussed up till now have been sarma, meaning they're coming from India with clear texts, and generally in the actually in the 10th, 11th, and 12th centuries. But now we're going to look at just a very few number of examples because we really don't have that many. We have a few examples of Nyingma forms of Avalokiteshvara with 11 faces and multiple arms. We can't say 1,000 arms because in some cases they don't have that. There can be many different iconographic combinations. Also, the original Sanskrit texts, there's not a specific text that I have found that talks about 11 faces and 1,000 arms. We have one text that talks about Avalokiteshvara with 11 faces. Then we have a separate text that talks about 1,000 arms and other variations of arms. We don't have one text that lumps them together, an early Sanskrit text. So here we're really only looking at 4 traditions of Nyingma revealed treasure. We're looking at the Shig tradition, the Dudul tradition, Taksham tradition, and then the Choling of the 19th century tradition. So these are the 4 main ones, and I'm sure there's going to be others. I just don't necessarily have examples to show. But a key thing here, an important iconographic difference, is that 3 of these examples have a consort. So you have Avalokiteshvara standing with his arms radiating out, and then you actually have a female consort that's with the legs wrapped around the waist of Avalokiteshvara. And then there are an assortment of various objects in the hands, and these can change depending on the system. Also, the colors of the faces, the 11 faces stacked in groups of 3, they also can change the different color patterns. And this is also common for the Sarma traditions. Between some of them can have slightly different colors. Now, we also have what's called the King's tradition of Avalokiteshvara, which is 11 faces, 1,000 arms. But that is not considered a terma. That's considered kama. It's considered coming from the past, from the 8th, 9th century up to the present. But these images we're looking at now, these are revealed treasure traditions. The Shig, Dudul Taksham and Choling. These are revealed treasure, and one of the key factors here, key visual components, is the 3 different versions where Avalokiteshvara is embracing the consort. So you can press the like button. You can subscribe, you can join HAR on Patreon, and you can also make a donation on the Himalayan Art Resources homepage.